Hello, darling. It's me again, yours truly, Elvira. The gal with the enormous, ratings. Well, that's our show.
Hear the phantom of the opera sing a haunting melody. Remember, what you see is not a mystery, but rent a ghost. Heavy footsteps in your attic means a spectre telepathic is descending just to spirit you away. Hey! Ring rents a ghost.
Yeah, okay. First off, now that I'm done with She-Hulk, I officially hate the MCU. Completely. I don't ever want to go watch any of the movies again. I know you guys already pointed this out. They hate the fan base. They hate nerds. And it's like, well, fuck you guys. We gave you our money for the last 10 years to make you successful. And this is what we get. Fuck you, Disney. Fuck off. I'm never buying your shitty product ever again. And I'm never going to go see another one of your goddamn movies. Fuck you.
Now, in my pseudo-intellectual self, I actually want to begin this Halloween video. Yeah, I know this is October. I know this is a video reaction. Bloody hell, what the hell was that? Holy shit. But I do want to address those comments that I saw on a recent... There's that bloody cat again that I saw on a recent live stream where Comics Division just said, F you to the MCU and Disney. I completely agree. I mean, She-Hulk, I still haven't fathomed the courage to watch the last couple of episodes. I've heard it's been absolutely terrible how the main actress keeps attacking the fans online. It's a disturbing trend I have seen now with modern day entertainment. So really, I couldn't give a shit anymore about Marvel. The only things I care about Marvel are the legacy comics from the decades gone by. Also, these fantastic TV shows that were on Netflix, you know, the adult version of Marvel characters that were considered like B or C listers, and yeah, we had them basically being given the older Martin Scorsese treatment on Netflix, even though Scorsese was no way involved with these projects. But these are the things that we're going to get, folks, to enjoy from time going on. But now, with that out of the way, I want to talk about the start of my Halloween film extravaganza. I do want to talk about this particular movie from 1988. For Elvira, Gazongas of the Dark, because we do like a good pair of Gazongas, don't we, folks? And clearly Cassandra Peterson is in on the joke as well. And I haven't seen this film for the longest time, but honestly, if there are two things I had to recommend to you about this movie, first of all, that awesome cover. On the back, we also have an extensive list of special features, including a making of, which I think goes on for about an hour and a half. I would get through it, but every time Cassandra Peterson appears on the screen in that outfit, and I'm going to talk more about that, I just got to pause and take a cold shower. And by the time I've gotten through this video, I might need to take another cold shower for the 15th time.
Hi.
So Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, is based on a character that Cassandra Peterson made up in the 1980s, and pretty much like the real-life counterpart on NBC back in the days, they had this channel for, I think it was called the Movie Macabre. It was for B-rated or B-list horror movies, and the presenter of that show was Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. She would get phone calls from pervy people just telling her bad jokes in the phone, and eventually we got a movie. It was a nice movie deal that she could still do the Movie Macabre, but then at the same time NBC arranged this deal that she could have her own feature film. And I tell you what, if you've never seen Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, it is an absolute laugh from start to finish. And you know what? In a day and age where you can't laugh at boobs, bums, the misfortunes of people. This film is a nice throwback to the fact you can do all of that, and everybody involved is in on the joke. Everybody's having a fantastic time, especially the lead actress herself. I think Cassandra Peterson, yeah, I know she's wearing a wig and she looks like a very sexy version of Morticia Addams from the Addams Family, but you know, she's actually a Texan redhead, and she has got a body and a pair of gazongas. And yeah, I'm gonna say gazongas, okay, because they clearly say it in the film too.
She's incredible. Man, what I wouldn't do for just one peek at those gazongas. They're unreal.
And she is just a dream. Now, before I get on to the main character herself, I do want to address like the look of the film, because it's like an anachronism. She's a character steeped or influenced by 1950s pop culture, all of that era, and definitely the 60s with the Addams Family and the Munsters. And then it's all set in an 80s Hickville town. And basically, what the story is that Elvira has been bequeathed some special items left to her by a great-grandma. Now, when she turns up at the reading of the will, much to the horror of the other beneficiaries, she finds out she's inherited this really cool, spooky-looking house and this book, which she thinks is a cookbook. And what I do also love about this movie, oh my god, you got two sets of men, like those who clearly see what she's all about physically, and they just want to get their quick pervy grabs, if you know what I mean. And then you got the other group of men who I can relate to and identify with, the shy virginal fellas who, when upon seeing a woman, they think, oh my god, she's got the goods, dude. But it's like being it's like being at Spearmint Rhino, because I used to go to lap dance bars back in the day, where you look but you clearly cannot touch, but the female dancers in question can gyrate and do all sorts of things to get you frothing down below. And they pretty much adopt that Benny Hill, Kenny Everett style approach in its film, which I truly appreciated. Now, in the first half an hour of this film, if you're not laughing at least 20 minutes, then clearly you are devoid of a sense of humor. You're probably an android, and you probably should return to the dumpster from whence you left. Now, after dispensing with that plot line, everything going forward in this film is really fantastic. The baddie of the movie is really well done, and he kind of reminds me of that crazy real life dude, Aleister Crowley. If you don't know who that guy is, I mean, he might have been the devil incarnate, or probably thought he was. He even got a mention, or actually, he was the basis for Crowley in the Supernatural series, as played by Mark Sheppard, the legend himself. So we've got that going on. We've got the fact that she's got this annoying pooch who then becomes a badass pooch because she gives him a bit of a makeover, which I thoroughly approve of. And you got some great characters, like there's one real hunky dude that she meets, and you can tell he's probably not had much contact with women, but oh my god, that aside, the breast jokes are plenty. I'm a man who loves breasts, not just on the female, but in terms of my food intake with chicken. Although, mind you, chicken thighs do actually, maybe they do come first and breast second. Yeah, I might actually stick with that, funny enough.
Look, honey, I don't know which hole you crawled out of, but I suggest you crawl right back in if you know what's good for you. Yeah, you better watch out. You could put some of these eyes out with them things.
But really, it's the third act of the film where the supernatural element really kicks into gear, and you can tell where they kind of saved their money, the big budget for all the special effects. And honestly, for the most of the time that we see Cassandra Peterson just, ooh, I've fallen, boys, all my boobs are popping out, and all my bum is in your face again, she kind of really steps it up a notch by making the Mistress of the Dark of the title come into play. And when it does, it's really intriguing. Now, I hadn't seen this film in like 25 years, so watching this again with fresh eyes for the first time last night, I'm like, wow, I was really blown away. And yeah, they do have an actual BJ joke in there, which pretty much had me in hysterics, like every other innuendo joke. And you know, I've got to say props to this film because it's very influenced by burlesque humor. So you know what that is. It's like there's that is that hint. You can almost see a bit of a boob or a bit of bum, but you don't quite see it. And I love that. And I wish more films could be like that. I always think titillating, yep, I know, I went there with that word, is a lot more satisfying than the final product, because you're like, you know what, I've seen that now, I can go and do something else. But the fact it's all teasing and pleasing, but you never get that finished article, it's absolutely hilarious. I mean, hilarious highlights, obviously Elvira doing a Michael Jackson impression, definitely having the men or bending the men to her will, which I thought was hilarious. And you know, in today's narrative where men are meant to be ostracized, they're meant to look stupid, they're emasculated, but you know, we're talking 1988, folks, and it's just great how men are subservient to Elvira without realizing it, and she just gets her wicked way with them, or the ones that she really wants to get a wicked way with, she kind of gets that rebuttal that they're not interested in her, and I love that. It's a nice little reversal. So just because you're an all-powerful woman doesn't mean to say that everything will bend to your will at the snap of your fingers, or in the case of Cassandra Peterson, her magnificent breasts, which as a breast man, I'm thinking they're like 36, maybe 36C, a C cup perhaps. I would love to find out one day. And you got a great supporting cast. Edie McClure, she's just a legend at these sort of comedies, and she's fantastic. The breast confrontations we get in the movie, they should have called this, they could have actually made this a martial arts. Cassandra Peterson and Elvira, breast of the breast. So folks, this is the first of what will be quite a few Halloween reviews coming out on this channel. I absolutely love Halloween. I celebrate Halloween all of October because it needs to be, folks. Alice Cooper said it. I'm telling you now, and look, when I have the leftover the Halloween lights, I don't take them down. They just go up for Christmas lights as well, because it makes complete and utter moronic sense. Because look, a guy's wearing a Jesse Ventura t-shirt, and I do love this t-shirt, by the way. I ain't got no time to bleed, you fools. If you enjoyed this video today, make sure you hit the like button below. Make sure you slap that subscribe button, and for some reason my moving background has suddenly stopped moving, which is probably just as well. If I were you, and if you were me, I will catch you on the next video.
I mean, it is bad. You know, like bad as in bad, like I'm bad, Jamal, you know it.
In the ass end of space, even aliens watch Jason King on Kung Fu Hot Dog. Duke Nukem approves this guy.